Hi, I'm Helen Rimmer and welcome to this video on the power of actively listening. I own a company called The Kind Brave Leader and I am keen to improve all our workplaces so they're kinder and we are brave enough to do it. So I can guarantee I have been where you are now. I used to wonder what active listening was. I still need to practice it because it's a skill you always need to practice. But I promise you, by the end of this video, you will understand why it's really important as a leader or a colleague to really master this skill. So let's dive in and look at why listening skills are important, and especially active listening. So being able to communicate effectively really helps us learn about the people we're talking to, our teams and our colleagues. Without active listening or professional listening, the flow of communication can falter. We've all been there. We all think we've said something and then we realise the other person has not heard what we're saying. And we've also been the person who thinks they've heard something and it turns out that wasn't what the person was saying. And I'm sure you know this can really disrupt our productivity at work. It can cause strained relationships, and if left to fester, can really cause issues. So if we can practice this skill, we'll really get somewhere. So being a skilled listener means that you can really start to grasp and comprehend information being communicated. And this is a skill that takes practice, and the more you practice, the better you will be at it. And skilled listeners can really discern the central concepts and the supporting information of what's being said to them. And the skill is active listening, and it's been an absolute game changer for me. It's allowed me to build stronger relationships, both personally and professionally. When I started active listening, I noticed conversations started to become more meaningful. People felt truly heard and they opened up to me in ways I never really expected. And so it's a skill that I just really want people to master. I think it's one of the fundamentals of making the workplaces kinder. Especially now. It's really easy to get distracted nowadays. We do a lot of our communications online. It's really easy to pick up your phone. It's really easy to be looking at an email when you're in a meeting. But when you're having these conversations, it's really important to listen, to be there. And it's more about hearing words. It's about creating an environment where the speaker feels valued and understood. So let's move on. What are the key elements of active listening? I'm going to take you through some tips and talk about ways that we can be active listeners. First of all, be fully present. Put that phone away. Turn off your email. Take away distractions. And we can really look at how these strategies that we're about to talk to can really empower you. But this is a key one. Put that phone away. Turn off background noise. So give the person who's taking the time to meet with you the choice to be heard, the opportunity to create a safe space for them, and show a genuine interest. You'll be surprised what you might learn. Also, you can use non-verbal cues. This means sitting there, nodding, smiling, all sorts of different ways that you can show understanding. If you just sit there staring, they're not going to know that you understand. But if you nod and you smile, it can convey warmth and encouragement. You can also lean forward to demonstrate your engagement. So these gestures really let the speaker know that you are actively listening. Also, you can practice something called reflective listening. So this is a really powerful technique that involves paraphrasing or summarising what the speaker said to ensure that you have understood it. It shows that you're actively processing their words and genuinely trying to comprehend their message. So it's something to really practice. Sit there going, oh, so you have just told me. I have heard you say this, and you can start to really understand what's going on. Also, show empathy and validation. Empathy is absolutely at the heart of active listening. If you try to understand the speaker's perspective and acknowledge their emotions and respond with empathy and use phrases like, I understand how you feel, or that must have been challenging, to validate their experiences, you really will start to build empathy as well as show it. Because active listening works both ways. Showing empathy, but also is really key to building empathy and emotional intelligence. Absolutely avoid interrupting and rushing to respond. So take time to listen, take time to process. It's really important to allow for those brief pauses, those bits of silence. And by doing so, you're creating a safe space for them to express themselves, because sometimes the truth comes out in the pause. After the pause, you can really find out what someone's thinking. Also, ask some open-ended questions. So encourage the speaker to elaborate more and share more. Instead of simple yes or no questions, ask questions that invite them to delve deeper into their thoughts and feelings. And this promotes a more meaningful conversation. Okay, and now we are going to look at mastering some advanced active listening strategies. So these last few slides will really help you elevate your communication skills. You can practice something called mindful silence. It's a very powerful technique that involves allowing intentional pauses in the conversation instead of filling every moment with words. Something I sometimes struggle with, I have to say. This is something I've really had to practice. Give the speakers space to gather their thoughts or reflect on their feelings. This also allows for more profound insights and self-expression. And as I said, the bit after the pause may be the thing that reveals the truth that you need to be hearing. Also, pay attention to the speaker's body language. So we talked about using your non-verbal cues, but what are they telling you? Do their facial expressions match what they're saying? Is their posture good? And look at gestures to gain a deeper understanding of their emotions and underlying meanings. This will really enable you to respond with greater empathy and insight. Another skill is reflective summarisation. So it goes way beyond paraphrasing. It involves summarising the speaker's entire message. So it may be helpful to have a notepad there to really get it right, particularly when you're practicing this skill, and capture both the content and the emotions conveyed. By reflecting back their thoughts and feelings accurately, you validate their experiences and show a profound level of listening. You can also listen for subtext. So active listening extends beyond the surface level. By listening for the subtext, the underlying messages, the emotions, or the intentions that may not be explicitly stated. And this requires sensitivity and intuition to pick up on subtle cues and unspoken layers of communication. So practice this. Emotional reflection. So by engaging in emotional reflection, by not only acknowledging the speaker's emotions, but also expressing empathy and validating their feelings, you can reflect back their emotions in a compassionate and non-judgmental manner. And this will help you foster a deeper emotional connection. So lastly, I'd like to share with you a slide of reflective questions. Screenshot this, write them down. These will really help you to understand and work out where you are maybe needing to practice more. But also, if you ask them regularly enough, they will start to show you areas that you've really improved on. So please take some time to think about these. So if you found this video helpful, please like it. Do feel free to subscribe, because I will be putting more skills to improve kindness at work. Thank you for watching. Visit me at my website. Follow me on Instagram. I've also got LinkedIn and Facebook for the Kind Brave Leader. And obviously, if you're interested in any training, any workshops I may be able to help you with, I may be able to deliver, please get in touch. I'm really keen to create a kinder, braver workplace. Thank you.